All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the Will and Russ Sports Podcast. This is episode 14. I'm Russ, the Prophet.
And I'm Will, aka Will Stradamus, as always. I'm never gonna change my name because I know what I'm talking about, and y'all don't. So let's get this thing started. I'm ready to go.
I
I'm not.
see. I see.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
see.
taking no prisoners today.
No
No,
presidents.
no, none at all.
I mean, if you ruffle feathers, you know what they can do.
Yeah, they can
Pluck
block. Yeah, exactly. Pluck them. Yeah, you had me dying with that one.
them. Yeah. So I mean, so what we talking about today? I know we said we're gonna do college football week 2 since we
Yeah.
covered the NFL pretty much yesterday, the last show, episode 13. And
Yes.
we're gonna discuss a little bit about Khabib's fight with Poirier and Serena losing.
Right.
And I want to add another one in USA basketball.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I heard. I heard the absolute embarrassment that happened earlier today.
Yeah,
Yeah, we definitely got to discuss that.
yeah. So
But first, Russ, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna delve into this college football season. I mean, I'm sorry, week 2.
yes,
Uh, games, some of the big games that happened, and we'll just start right off with one of the biggest game to me of the weekend, which was the Texas and LSU game.
yes, yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
absolutely. I know you saw the game, so did I. I want to get
Absolutely.
your thought. Yeah, I want to get your thoughts on it real quick to see if yours sort of matches with mine. So, the floor is yours, homie.
Well, I mean, we both thought Texas was going to be um how can I say it? We thought that they had a chance we knew they were going to be a much better team this year from previous years,
Right,
and
playoff
and
contender.
that yeah, they'll be a contender, and that we wanted to see how they would perform, and especially we talked about this game specifically,
Right,
um and how they would perform. And I picked LSU to win this game. I thought they would win it. Um, and early on, they were kind of dominating, but Texas fought. I mean, they came back and
yes,
made it competitive, and it was a great game. I mean, to be honest with you, it's a really great college football game.
it
But
really was.
LSU is a very talented team, you know, and they generally have a lot of talent on that team, and they do again this year. Um, and I think that they need to use their running game a little bit more. But this is a different LSU team. They're trying to I guess use the passing game a little bit more as well, um, which
Right,
they haven't had in a lot of seasons. They've always had a run game. So I don't know, but I think they have three backs that are capable. So that's why I'm
right,
saying it would be good to see them maybe use the run game just a little bit more. But
right.
I enjoyed the game. It was a great game. The team that I thought was going to win won it. Um, I don't think Texas had. I don't. I'm still haven't changed my mind about Texas. Um, I think they are what they are. It didn't surprise me that they lost to LSU. I think they're definitely a competitive team, but I don't know if they're on the level to as a playoff team. They're not on that
Okay.
level.
All right.
So what was your take?
My take was simply this, man. LSU and Russ, going back to one of our first podcasts we done. Remember, I told you LSU is always a talented team, but they never
Yes.
had that quarterback to put them over the hump.
Yes.
Well, the
That's
dawn has
changed.
come. Yes, that has changed this year. Joe
Yes.
Burrow is a legitimate starting uh, clutch quarterback in
Yes.
college football at this point. Um, the kid he oozes confidence. You
Yes, he
know,
does.
he has supreme confidence in his abilities. And also, I mean, as far as his talent, the kid can throw the football. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
absolutely, absolutely, and I think that's why they were throwing the ball so much because they got him. And I think if they I don't want them to go too pass happy. I think they should
Right,
counterbalance it a little bit with the run game, and then they're even more dangerous.
right.
Play action becomes even more dangerous. But go ahead. I'm
Exactly.
sorry.
And no, no, you're good. And you know, I mean, he has excellent touch and anticipation on his throws downfield. Um, Russ, I just realized this stat here. I just came up on this stat about LSU quarterbacks. LSU quarterbacks have not thrown for over 400 yards in a game since 2001.
Not surprising to hear that
Right.
stat.
It's
That's
not
not a stat
surprising,
that
but
shocks me.
it's not surprising, but it's concerning.
It's very concerning, but yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Yeah,
You know what I mean? I mean, Rohan Davey was the last time LSU had a quarterback that threw for over 400 yards in a game, which is unbelievable.
yeah, that's crazy.
So, but yeah, I mean, LSU is now a legitimate title contender, playoff contender in the college football playoff.
Yes,
And Texas to me is still a contender. I just think Texas has just a few kinks to work out as far as I think Sam Ellinger can get erratic sometimes with his passes. He's not
yes.
the most accurate thrower, but he's an adequate thrower. But his athleticism, I think, gives him the extra boost on offense that they actually need. I think their defense, the defense can get a little bit better, but they're an ultra competitive team. I think they're going to be right there with Oklahoma, man. I swear, I truly believe that.
You really
Yeah,
do.
I really do. I
I
think I
have. That's why I made it a point to say I didn't change. I Nothing changed my mind about Texas. I still believe they're a competitive team, but I don't think they can hang with Oklahoma.
that's the thing. I do. I think they can beat Oklahoma. I really do, based on what I saw going up against LSU's defense.
I mean,
And
that's a good point. That's a good point.
yeah, and competing with them. Putting up 30. I believe it was 32 points or 35 something.
38, actually. 38.
38.
The
Yeah, I'm sorry.
final
Yeah,
was
38 points.
45-38, I believe.
Right, right. Exactly. So they're now battle tested. They've gone up against the big boy and they've held their own. Yeah, they lost, but they've held their own.
No
That
doubt. Doesn't
and
surprise me though. Texas has an offense. We talked about that. I mean, they've got a pretty decent offense,
yes.
and they can move the ball. They can put up points. So that doesn't surprise me. I still think and I'm not just because Oklahoma. I know they destroyed whatever the little school they played. They dropped 70 on them. I know something like that.
Yeah.
We do. I mean, I'm not saying because of that game, but I just think Oklahoma's the better team. But we'll see. I mean, I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing because I think Texas will. They're going to be competitive, but I think Oklahoma will edge them too.
Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, that remains to be seen. I mean, I truly believe that they will, however, um, defeat Oklahoma. So yeah, I mean, LSU, man, is Alabama better watch out, Russ.
Yeah, yeah, they're
Uh,
legit. LSU's legit, but they're gonna have to climb that mountain that always gives them trouble, and that has always been Alabama
right, right.
for a long
So
time now.
now, when they play each other, is it going to be at Alabama this year or at LSU?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm
If
not
it's at
sure if they're playing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I gotta look
if,
that up.
if it's at Alabama, it's going to be tough for LSU. But I'm telling you right now, if they go to Baton Rouge, I got LSU winning that game. If
Yeah,
they're in Baton Rouge, I got LSU winning that game simply because their quarterback is took. Joe Burrow, who's from Ohio. He was an Ohio State Buckeye for 3 years. Who he transferred to LSU.
right.
Um,
Listen to this.
and the kid has he has all the just he has intestinal fortitude, man. He trusts his abilities. He's a confident kid. He
I
has
mean,
accurate on him.
I agree with you 100% about him, man. I just don't under. What I'm confused about is how a real legit quarterback like that ended up at Ohio State. But anyway,
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he was born and raised in Ohio, so he's an Ohioan. So, I mean, the
Okay,
only natural
and
place to go
I
is the Ohio State University.
and then he got there and realized that's not a place for real quarterbacks. So he ended up
Well, Russ,
going to
he was there for 3 seasons. I mean,
yeah. I
and he
mean, because
realized
he is
he
a
could.
Ohioan. I mean, I guess it took him a little while to figure it out on that Buckeyes education.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, he has his Buckeye education is helping out the SEC right now. Yeah. So moving on to the next subject.
I
You know,
okay. I
the,
think you're gonna go where I was gonna go, but go ahead.
earlier in that day, uh, there was another big game, Les.
Yeah, I
There
know.
was another big game. Uh,
Yeah.
Clemson and Texas A&M.
Oh, you went there.
Your,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, your thoughts. Your thoughts.
Um, I think Clemson is Clemson. I mean, it's not like a destruction. They didn't destroy them, but they definitely dominated them.
Right.
Texas A&M, and I just believe Texas A&M is not, and I repeat, not ready yet for um the playoff contenders like an LSU, like a Georgia, like an Alabama, and like a Clemson.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. Um,
Clemson's kind of owned them anyway.
yeah, I tell you what. I will agree with that. I will agree with that. But I'm still going to stick with my Texas A&M pick to make the college football playoff. I'm still
Okay.
going to stick. So. But I do agree with you. I don't think they're ready yet. But I'm gonna go ahead on a limb and say they are. They are going to be in the playoffs. Now I don't know how they're going to do that. Obviously, they
Me
need
either.
right. They need something miraculous to happen, and anything can happen.
Right.
We'll see what happens.
Who's the
But
fifth ranked team right now?
I believe it's LSU.
No, LSU's four.
Are they?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
LSU's four.
I believe Oklahoma. Oklahoma's fifth. Yeah, they
Oklahoma.
frog they leapfrogged Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State is six.
Yeah, yeah.
So that means that let's see here. Three out of the top five teams are SEC teams. Hmm.
Yes, that's true. Um,
Interesting.
yeah, that is very interesting. Given the fact that there's 7 out of the top 25 is still Big Ten. So
Yeah, 25 is a long number though. That's a
I mean, I
or at the
understand,
back.
Russ,
They're at the
but I mean,
back end.
it is what it is. It's
Some of them
25.
should. Some of them are even ranked in the top 10 and really shouldn't be. And I'm getting to. We're gonna get to that game too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that game was a debacle.
I
Let's
told you
just
about Michigan, man. I don't
let's
believe
just
in
go
them.
straight to that game. Let's just go straight to that game. Clemson is Clemson. They're gonna be there at the end of the at the end of the season. So let's go straight to Michigan. Okay,
Yeah,
Michigan. Okay,
almost lost to Army, and they were down
yeah, they were down,
early.
and the reason why they won because I believe Army got fumbled the ball
Yeah,
towards in overtime. I believe, yeah.
yeah. A
So
nail biter, a nail
yeah,
biter for Michigan against Army
Army,
at
right?
home.
Navy,
At home,
Not Navy. Who's a better? Navy's actually better than Army.
better than
Okay,
Army. Yeah,
perennially, Russ,
yeah.
perennially, Navy's better than Army,
Yes,
and you struggle against Army.
right.
I mean, mightily struggled, mightily.
Ohio State is good. Remember, I told you Ohio State is gonna spank them. I mean, they're gonna spank Michigan. Michigan cannot hang with Ohio State. They can't.
Well, I hope you're right for my sake. That's my beloved Buckeyes. But I mean, as far now, I tell you, for Michigan fans, Russ, that's that's concerning.
I mean, for a head coach's
Right.
job, that's concerning.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Jim Harbaugh, he has to get that thing fixed fast
Yeah.
because if he don't, he might be out of Michigan by. I mean, hell, he might be out of Michigan. He might be getting
Before the
fired
end
by.
of the season.
Yes, I mean,
Wow.
remember, bro, in 2 weeks they got Wisconsin.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got
Yeah.
Wisconsin in 2 weeks.
Wisconsin's gonna punish them.
Right. They got Wisconsin in 2 weeks, Russ.
Yeah, they're not ready for Wisconsin at all.
Not at all.
Let alone Ohio State. You know what I mean,
Right. Right.
So they got some huge issues, man. I don't know what's going on. I mean, they got the athletes, the talent. What I mean, what's your opinion? What do you think is going on with Michigan right now, bro?
I don't know, man. It doesn't. I mean, talent is one thing, but you got to get this talent to play though, and for some reason they're not. It's not turning over to the field. You know, it's not. It's not showing up. They're good. They're better on paper than they are on the field. That's what it's been like
Right,
for the first 2 weeks to me watching them. You
right.
know,
Yeah. Yes. Correct. That's exactly what it is. They're better on the field. On paper, they're paper champions. I mean,
right now, yeah.
yeah.
I know it's only 2 games, but hey, I mean, the tape doesn't lie.
No, it doesn't. And
When I do
they
the
look.
eye test on them, they don't pass the eye test for me right now.
No, they don't, man. I mean, it's amazing, man, because they're in the top five in recruiting every single year, Russ. Every
Yes.
year. And for some reason, I mean, I, I just don't understand it, man. They got issues. They got to fix fast, quick, and in a hurry because Jim Harbaugh, right now, Jim Harbaugh. Remember, Russ? Again, reverting back to what we talked about early on in our podcast. We talked about college. Remember, we were doing our college football predictions.
Yes.
Remember, and I told you about Michigan. I mean, you agreed, but I was saying Michigan. Jim Harbaugh's, he's hanging on a thread, and Ohio State's got a scissor ready to cut it off
Yeah.
because he's he's you know what? He's not just on the hot seat. I mean, he's sitting on a pile of like he's sitting on a Yule log right now that's on 100% burn.
I
Okay.
mean, they're ranked. They're ranked 10 right now.
Right. Right.
They're 10th,
You know,
and I mean, I don't think they're better than Texas. I don't think they're better than Penn State. I don't think they're better than Wisconsin. You know, to be honest with you, from just seeing what I see on the field, I don't think they could beat any of those teams.
I'm with you. I agree. I mean, based on what like you said, based on what you see, I don't see Michigan beating any of those teams.
No,
I mean, listen, they got like again, like I said, they got Wisconsin in 2 weeks. Can you imagine what Wisconsin's gonna do? I mean,
yeah,
if
I mean, yeah,
you
they got to get it together, man. They got to get it together, no doubt.
unbelievable.
I was shocked looking at the screen, like I couldn't believe what I was seeing early
Right.
on in that game. I'm like, are they going to really lose the Army today? Seriously, I just kept thinking that, like, they're going to lose the Army today. It's going to be an upset, a huge upset. But they they
Unbelievable.
they they pulled it off.
And you know what's crazy? It's ridiculously crazy, man. The last time there was a huge upset like that, guess who it was? Michigan.
Michigan.
When they lost to Division Two, or I believe 2 or 3,
Yeah.
Appalachian State. Remember that?
Yeah, it was Appalachian State.
And it was in the big house, and they lost. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my god,
it was
So,
bad.
yeah, needless to say, Michigan's got some things they gotta get squared away, man, because it's not
And
looking
you're
too
playing
good.
like that at home, man.
Right? I know, in front of your fans, man, your loyal fans. You know what
In
I mean?
college football, home field advantage is stronger in college football than it is in
Absolutely,
the NFL. You know,
absolutely,
it's
absolutely.
easier to win on the road in the NFL, and it's not easy to do it in the NFL. But I'm saying
It's
it's
not right.
easier in the NFL than it is in college
Exactly.
football.
Yes, because exactly the home field advantage in college football is
It's major.
a major factor,
Yeah.
major. You know what I'm saying? And so, which now leads me to this, Russ. The University of Maryland.
Thank you. You're wow. You're reading my mind because that's where I wanted to go next.
Right.
Hey,
What?
I gotta give it to them, man. I did not expect that, but hey, they're making me a believer.
They're making
What do
me a
you
believer.
think?
I'm with you. I mean, good Lord. I mean, you put up,
They put it
first of all,
on Syracuse.
yeah, you're right. I mean, what in the dude, I didn't expect that. I really didn't.
Took
I expected it to
took
be a
their
competitive
21st
game,
ranking.
right? You know, I expected it to be a competitive game,
Yeah,
uh, and then Syracuse probably pulls it off towards the end. But good God,
that offense is legit.
oh my God, Russ, they put up over 600 yards against Syracuse.
Easy. Yeah,
Okay, and then
yep.
they put up
That'll knock
60.
you out the top 25 definitely.
Right, they put up. They beat Russ. They beat Syracuse by 43 points.
Right.
I
When's the
mean,
last time you seen a Maryland? I mean, wow, it's crazy. I'm happy
that's what.
for him though. I'm glad for him.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I'm happy for them too. I'm happy for Mike Loxley.
Yes.
I'm happy for him and his staff. I'm happy for University of Maryland as a whole because, man, they try their hardest to get recruits. That
Yeah.
most of them leave the area, but now they're coming back because of Mike Loxley, who's an
Right.
excellent recruiter. He's getting those guys to come back to this program and collectively, build the program together and whatever he's telling these kids, man, to do and to stay in the DMV, man, it's working because I mean they have made a complete 180. And I'm telling you right now, Russ, I'm a Buckeye fan. We play Maryland this year. I'm nervous. I'm telling you, I'm serious. I am nervous, bro, because number one, Maryland has proven now that they can put up points against
They can put
anybody.
up points. Yeah, that offense is definitely, it looks legit.
Yes.
Definitely looks legit.
Absolutely. So I'm very nervous about that, honestly, because I'm like, wow, okay, this is for. I mean, I watched the game and I saw it firsthand. Like, okay, wow, we have to deal with this. Okay, so and they're only going to get better. You know what I'm saying? They're
Yes.
only going to
Yes.
get better. The transfer of Josh Jackson, that transfer from Virginia Tech, and
Yes.
he's solidified their quarterback the room. He's just solidified their quarterback room. Now they have a reliable quarterback who's an adequate enough passer
And
to
and
yeah,
look how much of a big difference it makes. I mean, wow.
absolutely. That's what I'm saying, Russ. The quarterback position is unbelievably important. That's why
Yeah.
when a lot of people don't know this, man. I mean, I know you do, but most fans don't understand. When me and you talk about NFL teams or college teams, what are the first thing we say? Who's the quarterback? Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. We talk about the quarterback.
Because
Yeah.
right, we talk about the quarterback because that is the most important position on any football team. And when
Right.
you have a quarterback who's a good quarterback or above average or an adequate quarterback, you have a chance. And that's what
Right.
Maryland's right now. You know, they've got a chance now to compete because of their quarterback. They all
Absolutely.
they always got talent. Now they got a guy who can distribute the ball accurately. He's mobile. He's got a nice,
Yeah.
strong enough arm. So yeah, they're Maryland is. I'm I'm concerned about Maryland. and Russ, I can't believe I'm saying that.
Right. I'm shocked. It sounds crazy to my ears, but
It
it's
is.
reality. It's reality.
Yeah, it's absolutely reality. Yeah, it is. So I mean, it's ironic because they that move when they came to the Big Ten 7 years ago, they just been getting better and better and better. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's the Big Ten conference. I don't know what it is.
Oh
Um,
my goodness. They haven't even been over there that long. Come on.
I mean, they were absolutely just disgusting when they were in the ACC. I'm sorry, yeah, Maryland was a
Yeah, they
dog.
were for many years. Yeah.
Right. But when you come to a prestigious conference like the Big Ten Conference, things get better. Your recruiting gets better. Your facilities get better. Even your coaching hires get better. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue that. That's all facts. I mean, you have to step it up when you move up like that. So I
Right.
mean, definitely.
Right. Right. Exactly. Um. What's the other game, man, that kind of caught you? You know what? You know what
You
game
know what
caught my?
game is that I was? Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, no, you go ahead. Go ahead, because I got one. I don't think it's the same one you think, but I got one. Go ahead.
The game that was really interesting to me because of some of our previous conversations was Stanford and USC.
Oh my God, yes, it was the exact thing I was talking about.
Yeah, I
It
mean
was
USC put it. The US. We've been talking about how it's been forever since it was back when Pete Carroll was there and everything. And USC is
yeah,
like, hey, we're back.
right,
you know?
right. I mean, I was. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't shocked at the fact that they won because it's USC, but
Yeah.
you know, USC wasn't supposed to be anything this year.
No.
And it,
No.
all of a sudden, they're two, I believe that are they 2-0 yet, or I think 1-1.
Yeah. They're ranked in the top 25 again. You
Okay,
know?
yeah, so they're 2-0. They beat a ranked team in Stanford. But you know what, Russ? Here's my, I guess, sort of here's my reasoning on why I think it's fool's gold.
You I'm about to say, I thought you were about to be a Debbie Downer. I thought so. But go ahead. I think I agree with you though. But go ahead.
Okay, first of all, it's in the Pac-12. All right, Stanford Stanford University is a good program. Is a good
Yeah.
has a good football program, but it's
Yes.
Stanford. You know what I
True.
mean? They were what? They were what ranked 20. I don't know how, what, 21st, 20th. Um, it's Stanford. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not, you know, I mean, Oregon, to me, I mean, look, if you look at Oregon and Stanford, and they were playing on a neutral site with the talent they have right now, I'm picking Oregon.
Oh yeah. Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of
So
course.
it's
Oregon's
not a
gonna
shock.
destroy them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a shock that USC beat. However, I'll give them credit for actually beating them. They won. They had a true freshman quarterback playing, and they beat Sanford with a true freshman quarterback.
Right.
Kudos to them. But as the competition gets a little tougher and tougher in the Pac-12, I think USC will eventually fall back to reality, and they'll start losing 2 or 3 games here and there. So
What about California upsetting Washington?
I know, right?
That's
Um,
interesting.
that is interesting. That's another team that you know. Cal always has. See, the thing with California is they're always a team. They have one of something that's very very like an awesome position group. For example, Cal. If you look at their defensive backfield, is excellent.
Yeah,
You know,
I
they have
agree.
defensive backs. They got guys that run 4-2, 4-3. That's probably going to be playing on Sundays. And I
Right.
think I mean, even sometimes they'll have a great quarterback, or they'll have an excellent offensive line. It's not they don't have athletes all over. I mean, their team,
Right.
but sometimes they'll have athletes at positions that can change games. And sometimes, like this year, Cal has collectively an excellent defense, especially the defensive backfield. So that was though a surprise because Washington. Remember, you and I picked Washington, and I believe
Yes.
you was it. I believe Washington and Utah to play in the championship game for the
In a
Pac-12.
championship game. Yeah. I don't
Right.
know anymore.
Yeah. Exact. Bingo. Exactly. I don't know anymore. Hell, Russ, Arizona State is undefeated. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So they got a tough one this week coming up. That's another game we should pay attention to. They played Michigan. They're at Michigan State this weekend,
Yes. Yes.
and Michigan State, their offense, it looked better last week, this past week.
Against Western Michigan. Yeah.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. So we don't know really how good their offense is. Michigan
Right.
State they'll definitely have good defense, but offensively, that's that's up in the air. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but yeah, you're right. I mean, there were some surprising wins and upsets in the Pac-12
Yeah, it
this week,
was.
this past weekend.
Yeah.
It really was. I was surprised at that. So, I mean, any other games that kind of got caught you by surprise?
Nah, nothing else really. I mean, everything else was not. Everything was exactly what I thought was gonna happen.
Right.
Like the teams who was expected to win won. So nothing I can
I,
say. jumped out other than the ones we really discussed already.
Yeah, and I do have one more though, and this team actually won, but they won. They're sort of like they pulled a Michigan, Florida State University.
Yeah, that's right.
I even Russ, I even forgot who they played. I believe I want to say, was it? Man, I don't know exactly. I tend to forget who they played, but Russ, they barely won the game.
Barely. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It was they had the other team missed the field goal, so and that's how they
yeah.
lost. That's how they
That's how.
won.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What's going on with Florida State, bro? Seriously.
Oh man. I mean, another team that looks better on paper than what they're putting out on the field. I don't get it. It's like, you. I don't know if they're overconfident. I mean, I don't get it. You know,
I don't know.
you this is college football. You're supposed to be like putting 50 balls on these guys, 50, 60 points up on those guys. Be
Exactly.
like 56-14 or something,
You
63-17, something like that. That's what
you're
the
supposed
score
to
should be, and you're struggling.
right. You're supposed to be putting these guys away early.
Yeah.
Early. You know what I mean? Early
Everybody should get to play,
everybody. You
you
know,
know?
you when the clocks, when the clock starts ticking, you should by the end of the first quarter, you should be up by like 4 touchdowns. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I mean,
Coach
three
ready
or
to
four.
pull the starters.
Right.
you know?
Well, I mean, but Florida State, they maybe I don't know. I guess they like high drama. I don't know,
Right.
man. I mean, maybe they like winning by the skin of their teeth. I have no idea. It's
Right.
just it's very strange what they're going through right now. I for the life of me, I don't understand it. I mean, it's Florida State for God's sakes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Come
Exactly.
on, you're Florida State. You're not, you know, like Florida A&M. You're Florida State, bro.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? So that was another observation for me this weekend. I was like, what is wrong with Florida State? I mean, it's them, Michigan, all these. I can't, I can't call it, man. I can't call it. It's very strange, very very strange. So, but I mean, nonetheless, the Big Ten conference still has 7 teams ranked in the top 25. Um, you know,
Yeah, I think you've already iterated that once.
yeah, I did, didn't I? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
None of them are in the top five though.
yeah. Well, actually,
Not
one
even the
was.
best. Not even the best team in that division, in
Well,
that conference. I mean,
one of them was, but they got leapfrogged by
by
another
a
team.
better team. By a better team.
I wouldn't say a better team. I
By
don't believe.
a real top five team.
Well, I don't believe Oklahoma is a better team than Ohio State. That's just me. And I'm not being biased. I'm being realistic. Like, if Oklahoma plays Ohio State right now, Ohio State beats Oklahoma. Now, I don't say they blow them out, but they beat
I
them.
don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay. I mean, a matter of fact, again, that's why they play the games. I hope that we do play them. Matter of fact, I hope we do play Oklahoma. You know what I mean? I hope we do play Oklahoma.
I think Oklahoma drags Maryland,
Really?
and you're afraid of Maryland.
Oh, I mean, again, because I know my team. I know what they do. They're capable of. Sometimes
Right.
we play level. Sometimes we play down to the level of our competition. You know, um,
Right.
but if we
Now
play
it
Oklahoma,
would be a good game if Oklahoma and Ohio State played. It would be a competitive game, but
absolutely it would.
I still would lean towards Oklahoma though.
I would not. Oklahoma doesn't play the kind of defense we play. Oklahoma, they're not ready defensively. Oklahoma's not ready for us right now.
But
They're
that
not.
offense is
Oh,
so explosive that they're gonna
I
put up
know
points.
they will. They'll not. They'll Russ. They'll put points up, but we'll have enough defense to slow them down ever so slightly for us to outscore them.
You
So
think so?
that absolutely, I know so. I know so. That's what will happen. I mean, my
All
name
right.
Stradamus, ain't it?
That's what you say.
I mean, it will happen. Matter of
We'll
fact,
see.
you can stamp it. You can put put my word on it. Trust me,
All
it'll
right,
happen.
I got
Yeah.
you.
So, so yeah. So what else we got, man? I know you said you wanted to touch on uh the MMA real quick.
Yeah, Khabib Poirier fight. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
Khabib is just. I mean, wow, he's just a monster, man. Other than John Jones, he's number two pound for pound to me in my book. The a lot of people, I hear a lot of hate for Khabib too. Like a lot of people complain, he wrestle, all he does is just wrestle, but he's not one of those guys that just lays on you.
right, right,
He gets you down there and he's gonna punish you. Like guys
right.
are getting up, busted up. Like they're not, like I
Mm,
understand sometimes you see wrestlers and they take a guy down and they lay on him and hold him down and they don't really get much damage in.
right.
Not Khabib. Khabib puts you in a position where he puts you down there, then he controls you so he can
Mm-hmm.
punish you. He can pummel you. You
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
he can
Agreed.
pummel you. And
He very strong too. Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah. I mean, the guy was. I don't know if you've ever seen the video of him wrestling a bear at
Yeah,
at like
I did.
10, 9 or 10 years old.
Yes, I did. I did
I
see
mean,
that. I mean, that was unbelievable. You know what I
right,
mean?
right. They like to see a 9 or 10 year old Khabib transitioning on a bear, you know,
Right,
and the bear's transitioning back, and it's like, what am I watching here? Like this is crazy. You know what I mean?
right.
This
This
is
is
a
crazy.
different level here, you know.
Crazy.
So yeah, that guy, man. I mean, I know I think he's gearing towards retirement. He might be the one guy that ends up retiring undefeated, and I kind of hope he does it
Right.
in MMA. I mean, like they don't retire. You find you always get an L somewhere. So
Exactly. Exactly.
but
Exactly.
I
And and
that
that's
was
the
a
thing.
dominant performance by him.
Yeah, he was very dominant in that. He was unbelievably. He was so dominant, and I just marvel at him and a guy like John Jones, how
Right,
dominant it really can be. You know what I mean? It's
right,
just
right.
it's amazing to watch. It's very entertain. It's very it's a pleasure to watch that stuff, man. You
Yeah,
know,
'cause both of
Uh,
those guys, in their own way, they're different style of fighters, but
right,
both of those guys impose their will
right,
on their opponents, and that's what I love to watch. Khabib, I don't. You put another wrestler in there, you put a boxer, you put a jujitsu guy, you put Muay Thai, whatever they doing, he's gonna impose his will on your style, and it
right,
doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter what you do.
right. Absolutely, absolutely, man. It's amazing, man. I mean, again, like I don't watch every MMA match, but the ones that I do, watch, are the big ones, and Khabib was, he didn't disappoint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't
And
disappoint.
this is coming off a layoff. I mean, because when he
Right?
fought Connor, when he destroyed Connor,
Yeah,
um,
I remember that.
jumping out the cage and everything, getting into
Right,
the big brawl that went on.
right. Yeah,
You know,
that was crazy.
yeah.
Connor said he wants to fight him again.
And Connor, just let it go, Connor.
Right,
Let
right.
it go.
Let it go. Just come on, dude. Like, stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't. The stupid excuses he's making, and it's like, dude, he was talking. He had you down. He's pummeling you, and he's talking to you.
Right.
And I mean, come on.
Uh,
Don't wait till like months and months later you're outside of outside of the cage to get an interview. Now you want to run your mouth again. I mean, come on,
right.
Connor. You know. And I like Connor. Like I think I always like Connor, but you know
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
it,
Conor is a very, confident, supremely confident fighter. A
oh
great
yeah,
fighter. You know what I mean?
smart guy too. Very very intelligent.
Yeah, he is.
Fighter,
Yeah,
intelligent fighter. He's a focus. He can be he was, I should say, a focused guy. I think he
right,
needs to get back to how he was
right.
originally, but money does that. Lifestyle, people change.
Yep.
lifestyle, money, all that stuff. He's family. He's got a family now and everything. So it's people change.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely, bro.
Did you see the one where he punched the old guy in the bar?
I didn't see that, but I heard about it. What happened now with that? By the way.
Well, apparently he has his own, he has his liquor. I think proper. It's called proper something 21 or I don't know, proper something. But and I guess he went to a local pub in Ireland and was trying to get everybody to take shots of his drink. And this older guy said he didn't want it. He didn't want it. And Connor ends up hitting this guy.
Wow.
Hitting this older guy. I mean,
Because
it's
I didn't
funny.
want.
He hit him with a left hand, his left hand, which is supposed to be his great hand, and well, social media has no chill mode at all.
Right. No
So
doubt.
the old guy didn't even budge. He hit him. He didn't knock him off the stool or nothing. It's like so social media was just making fun of like he can't even knock the old guy out. Like so they went on him for a while on that. So all kinds of memes and stuff. You know how they get down. That was funny, but it wasn't a good look for Connor though to hit that old guy. And he apologized. I saw on ESPN, but
Yeah, I know. It's some of these guys, man. I mean, maybe Connor's been hitting his head too much. You know
maybe.
that he had. It. I don't know. It's just Connor just needs to chill out. You know, chill out. That's pretty much what he needs to do. Is chill, relax, take a chill pill, and just don't fly off the deep end on us. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
yeah, but yeah, man. So, but listen, I also there was speaking of upsets from college football, there was an upset in the world of tennis, Russ. Uh,
Yeah,
there was Serena Williams got she she got dominated, bro.
yeah, yeah.
I was kind of surprised.
What do you think about that?
I think I, this girl. I mean, this girl dominated her, man. It
Yeah.
was surprising, and I think I I mean, do you think it has anything to do with her age? Maybe.
I mean, she's getting up there. For tennis. Tennis. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's definitely a young person sport.
Right.
You know, and she's getting up there, and these girls are getting younger. They're coming in younger and fresher. We've seen it happen to all of them. All of the great ones. So, um, could have been just a bad day. Also, could be age. Could be a little bit of everything.
Right.
I'm trying to think. What was the excuse I heard? She blamed somebody for the loss. I thought.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I know what you're saying. Man, I heard about that. She blames something. I forgot what it was, man, but it wasn't a good look.
Nah,
Um,
I didn't like the excuse, and I'm like, just you caught the L. Doesn't mean that you can come back and beat that girl again.
right, right.
So but if you can't, then it is age.
Yeah, exactly.
Because a prime Serena's not losing to her.
No, she's not. She'll be the one dominating.
Right.
So yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's prime. She's not losing.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we saw it happen to her sister,
yeah, yeah,
to Venus.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Venus was dominating everybody at one point.
Yeah, and
You know.
she sure was, and her age caught up to her a little bit,
Yeah.
and I think that's what's happening with Serena. Serena's she to me, in my opinion, and I think you probably agree with me on this. She's the greatest tennis player I've ever seen. Female tennis player.
Yeah.
She's the greatest female tennis player I've ever seen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, the pop. She's got. It's almost when I grew up watching tennis, I loved you know not Steffi Graf. I'm thinking about
Bertolova?
no, Chris Everett.
Chris Evert, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Chris Everett was
She
one
was
of my
bad.
favorites
Yeah,
watching, and she had all the agility, and she was an athlete. Serena has what Chris Everett had, and then she also has what Navratilova had,
Right.
which is the
Right.
power, the powerful
Yes.
serve, and so she's like a mixture of both of those great legends in
Right.
female tennis, and so I definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
Um, she is the greatest female tennis player of all time, in my opinion. She's the
Yeah.
goat. You know.
She is. Absolutely. I mean, she she she's been dominant for 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
So, you know, absolutely, man. She's been dominant for 20 years. And I mean, hell, yeah. I know, we're talking about age maybe catching up to her, but at at the bottom line is she was in the championship match, US Open
Right.
championship. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So, I
Right.
mean, age might have something to do with it, but that's just a credit to her dominance. Even though
Yes.
she might be getting up in age, but she's still in the title game. She's still in the championship match. You know what I mean?
And,
So
and that's
that's
how good she really is or was.
right, right, exactly, exactly. So I mean, I'm sure she'll bounce back though. I mean,
Yeah.
I got at least, you know what, Russ? I got her at least. I got her just maybe having one more run in her. One
Yeah.
more.
I could.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got her having one more good run in her, and then she'll probably call it quits in about a
Yeah.
year or so, a couple of years or whatever. But
I
yeah,
agree.
she, so, but yeah, man. So
I mean, speaking of upsets, what's going on with USA basketball? I mean, who picked this team? I mean,
listen,
wow.
listen. First of all, yeah, okay. I, when I heard they've lost, well, they lost by 10, I believe.
To France, yeah.
To France. Russ, thank you. Who picked exactly? Who the hell picks these teams, bro?
Yeah, they
Who?
didn't do a good the 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 committee didn't do a good job on this team.
No, they did not. No, and it's kind of disappointing because Greg Popovich coaches the team.
Right.
So which it's mind boggling to me
And
because
he's
he's
getting out he's been out coached in
right,
so many games in the Olympic Games already. Even the ones they won, he was out coached.
exactly, exactly. So I mean, yeah,
Which is
he's
shocking because I'm a big Pop fan.
yep. I mean, I love Pop. I think he's top five greatest and basketball coaches of all time. You
Right.
know, in my opinion, it's what who's on the roster? I know Kemba Walker's there. Who else?
What's his name? Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, Kemba,
Um,
Donovan Mitchell.
I mean, they're like the two best players on the team.
Right.
Um, and that's
I
not
mean,
a
do they
good
have
look.
kids out of college?
Oh, Jason Tatum is on there too. No, no, these are
Oh,
all. Yeah, these. I believe everybody's from the NBA. Yeah,
wow.
Jason Tatum is there.
Well, that's a debacle. It really is because you
Yeah,
can't you can't sit here and tell me, oh yeah, we lost a friend. I mean, yeah, Tony
but
Parker.
France
He's a
has some NBA players on their team too. They got Rudy Gobert.
yeah, Gobert. They had Parker. You know what I mean? They
Hmm.
got a couple of guys, but I mean, Russ, this is the NBA. Okay, we're basically sending our like B league, like varsity, junior varsity basketball team, and they still should win.
Right.
They still should be winning, and they go back and just get embarrassed like that. It's pathetic, man.
But
You know, I
in the Olympics game, they need shooters.
yeah,
Going in
yeah,
that European style of play, they need shooters, and it doesn't make sense to me that you get Popovich to coach the team to
mhm,
go into a competition where you need outside shooters.
right.
And this is the coach that said the league is ruined because of outside shooting.
Congress,
So it's
right,
like, why did you pick him as the coach?
right. I don't
Does
know,
that make
man.
sense?
No, it does not. Not at all. Not at
He's
all.
against the style of play that he has to have a team play to win.
Right.
You
I
know,
think
you
that.
need, yeah, you're not gonna go in there and not be hitting from the outside and win that.
Well, I tell you what, Russ. I think he's trying to prove a point. So I think maybe that's why they lose.
Well, his point is not being taken. I mean, they're eliminated now.
Right. Absolutely. From medal competition. I mean, it's sad. You know, America. Yeah. Jeez. I mean, man, this is the U.S. This is USA basketball. What are you guys doing out there, man? You know, I
Right,
mean, come. You don't just show up and win. I mean, I know it's Europe and all that, but this you play to win the game. You know, and that was ugly. That was terrible, as Charles Barkley would say. That was
right.
terrible, absolutely terrible. You know what I mean? That was just terrible. So, you know, I just let me ask you this: do you think we should like all right? Do you think the NBA should just stop sending their stars over there and just kind of let the college kids go over there and play?
No, I mean that's the problem right now. They didn't send enough stars. You know, I don't know. I mean, maybe the college kids could have done better. You know, I don't
Well,
know.
that's what I was saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Like could they have done better? You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean,
I don't think so, man. Because like I said, France has some NBA guys out there, and not just any NBA guys. They got NBA guys that can ball, that can play. You know,
right,
and if they could take advantage of these NBA stars, then yeah, I think they could take advantage of a college team too.
yeah, you're right. You're right about that. It's amazing, man. Crazy. It's really crazy.
I mean, did Clay? Well, I guess Clay was hurt. What about Curry? You know, he didn't
Right.
want to play.
That's
I was
true. I
thinking
remember.
outside shooting, like outside shooting is what is needed. You know,
Right. Yeah.
Kimba Walker and Donovan Mitchell are not great outside shooters. They're not bad, but that's not what they're known for. They're slashers. You know, they're more like
Right.
they're gonna drive.
Yeah.
Now,
Exactly.
if they had some guys around them that could shoot from the outside, them driving now, Kimba kicks it out. You know, they kick it out to those guys, and they can hit the threes. But and
Right.
Jason Tatum doesn't look. He still doesn't look like what everybody thought.
Right. Wow. Hmm. We'll see. We'll see. Crazy, man. Insane. Yep. So moving on to this subject, Russ, before we wind down here, tomorrow night is the first opening week for this week of the NFL.
Yes, we starting
The
our
two teams,
predictions.
yes, the two teams that are playing are they're both 0-1,
Winless.
um, winless. It's the Carolina Panthers versus
Tampa
the
Bay
Tampa Bay
Buccaneers.
Buccaneers, and it's at Carolina. Um, we know who the quarterbacks are, Jameis and Cam, respectively. I
Yes.
particularly don't. I particularly don't care about one of them. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a prediction on that right now. I'm gonna say the Carolina Panthers will beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Cam Newton will finally have a good game, and Jameis Winston will have a good game, but they'll lose and lose. He'll have a good game in a losing effort. He'll probably throw an interception because he's known for that. That's what he does. That's his DNA. Um, Cam Newton. What's all right? I tell you what. Let's me and you do a little wager here, a little friendly wager. Cam Newton will show up to the stadium before game time in a kilt. That's where I'm going. What say you?
I don't think it's gonna be a kilt. I think it's gonna be a straight up skirt. Hey, and you fans out there, pluck them, pluck them.
Yeah, this shit
Your
is straight
feathers
up.
are ruffled, pluck them.
Listen, I tell you what. I'm gonna. I was going overboard. And I said kilt. I'm sorry, he's not. Because a kilt it actually has been worn by Irishmen. This is what Irishmen do. They wear kilts and they have
Yeah,
bad.
kilt is actually it's actually manly if you understand what it is.
Right.
Yeah. So
Here's where
yeah,
I'm.
that's why I said it's a skirt
Here's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say he's gonna show up with a cocktail dress. Okay.
with a with a pink scarf.
with a with some high, like not high heels, but like it's gonna be some sneakers that designed it looks like it's on high heels. You know? with some mirror with some glasses that's mirror glasses where you can when you look in the glasses you can see yourself. If you're looking outside of the glasses. You know what I'm saying?
and a merce.
Yeah, man purse. And also you got remember you got to put the little handkerchief scarf back, to cover the hair, like
Right.
how he had it, like like Mary Poppins. Um, but nah, in all seriousness, Russ, you know, Cam Newton can be. He has so much potential, and
Yeah.
he's shown that. He's shown that potential. I'm not gonna lie, he's shown that. But it's so hard to root for a guy who seemingly doesn't. He puts more effort into how he looks than how he plays. I swear, Russ. But that's the feeling I get when I look at Cam Newton, when I watch him. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. It's just like to me, Cam Newton is a front runner. And everything's going right and everything's going well when they're winning and blowing people out and he's doing well. Oh man, he's the guy who gets everybody together. Let's have fun. Let's take pictures. Let's
Yeah.
let's what I mean? Let's open our chest like we're Superman. But the minute he starts to lose, it's like
The
the
big baby.
sky's falling.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? He turns into a child. It's
Very
just
emotional.
yes. And you can't be like that, Russ. As a starting quarterback, as the leader of your team, you have to be very even keeled. You know what I mean? You can't
Right.
get too high. You can't get too low. The only
Right.
time you should get high is if you win the Super Bowl. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That's when you used to get like your ultimate high. But
Right.
during the course of the regular season and even in the playoffs, you can't get too high or low. You just got to stay even keeled as a leader of your team. You know? So with that said, Russ, I'm gonna go. I'll pick the Carolina Panthers to win tomorrow night. I'll pick the Carolina Panthers. I would say 27-24. Carolina wins. Jameis Winston throws an interception, probably results in a pick six. Um, although his numbers will look better than it did last week. So that's where I'm going. How about you? What's your pick?
Well, um, I'm gonna have to differ with you.
Okay. Oh yeah,
I
that's right.
got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning that game.
Okay.
Um, I think Jameis will play well. Um, I got the score 27-13
Okay.
for the
All
for
right.
the Bucks.
27-13. Wow. Okay. So
Yeah.
that defense is going to show up tomorrow. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah. They're actually going to score a touch. One of those touchdowns will be defensive.
Wow. Okay. Nice. Nice.
Um,
Good.
McCarthy, but what's his name? McCarthy, right?
Mike McCarthy.
The running back.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the coach. No, no. Christian McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
Yeah.
McCaffrey. Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Christian
think.
McCaffrey. Yeah.
McCaffrey, yeah. I believe he's gonna score their only touchdown. And then the other two will be field goals. They'll get two field goals. But yeah, I think the Bucks are gonna blitz him early, and I don't mean blitz like blitz the quarterback. I mean they're gonna blitz him early. Bucks are
Right.
gonna have a good game. They're gonna have a really good game.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if I was to give somebody an edge, I would, or whatever unit an edge, I would give. Um, I mean, I do believe Christian McCaffrey will score a touchdown. However, I also believe Curtis Samuel, the former Buckeye, will score as well, a touchdown, and the former Big Ten wide receiver DJ Moore, he'll score a touchdown as well. So I believe, and it'll be a touchdown, and and a couple of field goals to seal the victory, to win.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Touchdowns. You don't think that's happening?
No.
Okay, all right. I can. I hear that. Okay, all right. I mean, we'll see. That's why again, we'll see tomorrow what happens. And then we'll come back on Friday and talk about the game and see what happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think that I going forward from that game, I think Carolina's going to struggle mightily. I do. I think they're going to struggle mightily. I think Tampa Bay is going to struggle mightily. You know what I mean? Um, because I mean, Russ, Tampa Bay is the again, Jameis, his his erratic play at quarterback is gonna kill them. Is gonna kill them. I like Jameis. I think he's as far as you know, professionally, I think he's coming around now. He doesn't he's not doing the stupid things that he used to do in college and early on in his career. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's not doing those things anymore. And it seems like he's focusing on football, but there's one small, annoying little thorn in his side, which is those interceptions, those game-changing interceptions.
Absolutely, I agree with you. But I think that Jameis is a very hard worker, and he's put a lot of work in to
Right,
make this situation right. You
right.
know, last week, first game didn't look good. Um, but I think he'll work out the kinks with Bruce Arians and Brian Leftwich, and I think that the rest of the season will be much better for him. Starting tomorrow night
Tomorrow night.
against the Panthers.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I tell you what, I think the Panthers going to eat that W tomorrow night.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
I think the Panthers will eat that W tomorrow night. I really do. So that's my pick, and I'm sticking to it. And I guess we'll discuss it, the day
I
after.
think in the post game conference,
Hmm.
Cam is gonna come out in a purple bathrobe with a hairnet and
So,
bedroom slip
okay.
and bed
All right.
and
So
bedroom
so, all right,
slippers
so
with the heel out.
oh god. All right. Well, all right. I'll tell you what. Okay, I'll see that, and I'll raise you this. In the press conference, I think he's gonna come up to the podium with a bathrobe on with nothing on under it. Um,
Oh my goodness, I didn't want to get that graphic.
but the bathrobe is gonna be sheer, so you can see through it.
Oh no, no, no. He's getting cut. He's getting cut. He's getting cut, and the Patriots are not picking him up. If he does that, it's over for Cam.
Oh man, he's gonna come up with a sheer bathrobe. Um, some he's gonna have what he's gonna have on his head is, you know, he's gonna have his hairs you know those rollers, those curler rollers that people used to have back in the day. You're gonna have his
Right.
head for that. Um, and he's gonna have some bamboo earrings.
The door
You know,
knocker ones, like the
yeah, exactly. He's gonna have some of the door knocker bamboo earrings. You know, and he probably have some eyeshadow on, some little eyeliner. You know, something like that. I mean, so make it look nice and pretty. You know what I mean? And, and look, Russ,
we're
we
gonna
might
be in trouble for this, man. We're gonna get in
right.
trouble.
I know, right? We're but honestly, listen, we're joking about this, but there's a chance he can actually do something like
Yeah,
that.
you. I mean, you really don't know. Like, you really don't know.
Right.
You don't know. I know we're being silly, but you don't know. But like I said, I mean, man, I like I said, I've always been in the corner of Cam. Because I always respected the fact that he won on every level and guys like that.
Right.
And then he came in the NFL and was winning, was looking, made a name for himself and everything. But since the Super Bowl loss,
Right.
it's all
Exactly.
gone downhill from
Right.
there.
And you know what they say, Russ? Money doesn't change you. It just makes you more of who you really are. You ever heard that phrase before?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
That's true.
I truly believe that. I mean, Cam has always been he's always been his inner Dennis Rodman has always been there. But the fact that he's got money, it just I guess it just magnifies it. It just brings it all out. You know. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I guess he shops the same place as Russell Westbrook. I don't know, but
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, maybe so. I mean, hell yeah. You know, hey, I guess they do. Right? I mean, the Banana Republic. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know where you would get some of those outfits from. I mean, I don't know.
Lululemon. I mean, you know what I'm
You know,
saying? Gap, baby Gap. I don't know, man. Who knows?
I don't know.
But Russ, real quick before we get up, let me. This whole Odell Beckham watch gate. I call it
Yeah,
watch gate. What's
watch
going on?
game.
Yeah,
I mean, he said he's gonna keep wearing it. I mean, who? It's like, come on, man. Like I said, our last episode. I mean, to me, you're just majoring in minors. Like,
right.
focus on the game.
The game, please. Oh
Get
my
your
God.
watch. What you need a watch for on the field?
Right. I mean, seriously. What do
And
you
you got
what do you
you got an
a time?
appointment. I mean, what do you
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Do you have an
you got a
appointment at
shopping date with Cam and Russell Westbrook
right?
after the game? Because he's
You
another
know,
one, Odell.
you're right. He is another one. I mean, come on, Odell. Stop it, man. Why do you have a watch? I mean, what listen, if you need to know the time that bad, just turn around to one of the fans in the stands and say, "Hey, I got the time." Do something like that, bro. If you
Why
really
you need the time in the middle of a football game?
okay, right, right, exactly. They're millennials, Russ. That's what it is. These. I guess that's what the world is now. You know,
Right.
the world is so different now, Russ, than how when we came up. I mean,
It is. It's like we're in a alternate reality or something.
right? I mean,
Alternate universe.
what is it, Russ? Deion Sanders was one of the most flashy, flamboyant characters in the NFL history.
Yes.
He never wore no damn watch. I'm sorry.
No.
You know what I mean?
And you
Deion
see,
never wore a watch.
yeah, you're right. And the thing is, with Dion, you see the difference is with Dion. I remember why listening. It was a report on Dion. They were doing a report, and he was being interviewed.
Hmm.
And that's when he was playing baseball and football at the same time. And they were interviewing him, and he's sitting in his limo, riding in a limo, talking to the reporter.
Hmm.
And before he gets out of the car, the media's waiting. They're all out there. Before he gets out of the limo, he goes into the glove compartment and pulls out a handful of jewelry and puts it
Yeah.
on. and then goes out.
Right.
You see, but he doesn't have. He put it on for the cameras,
For the camera. Right. Right.
not
Exactly.
not like that's what. So it was more like he was living up to the prime time image,
Right. Right.
but that had
Persona.
nothing to that yeah, the persona. But that wasn't
Yeah.
him. That was just him selling himself, marketing. It's marketing.
Right. Exactly.
There's a game plan behind what I'm doing here. But you're not
Right.
gonna catch me with all these chains like sitting at my house or, you know, I
Ex-
think you can catch Cam at his house in that Mary Poppins outfit that he had on. You know,
you know what? I agree with you. I think put it this way, Loris. I think after the game, if you if let's say we knew somebody, hypothetically speaking, we knew someone who knew Cam really well, and he was that good of friends with Cam that he could go over Cam's house, whenever, and kind of hang out with Cam. I can guarantee that Cam Newton is sitting, somewhere in one of the areas of his mansion, wherever that may be, with you know, looking like Mary Poppins. I mean,
right?
I think that's who he is. That's who Cam is. Cam. He's he's into fashion, man. He loves fashion and dressing and looking, running, walking on the catwalk and you know what I'm saying, the runway and strutting his stuff, looking sexy. I guess he's too sexy for this game. You know what I'm saying? I can see him now, Russ. Bumping "I'm too sexy for this game" while entering the stadium.
My God. Oh man. I mean, some of these outfits, man, it's just crazy. But
Man, I'm telling you, Russ. I thought the NBA was ridiculous. I mean, they are ridiculous with
it
their outfit,
is, yeah.
But good lord, man. I mean, the Cam is just taking this thing to a new level. I mean, seriously, he's this thing is going to a different level. Like wow. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he came to the post game conference looking like somebody's grandma sitting on the front pew at church on Sunday morning. I mean, what the like he stole grandma's outfit and said, "I'm going to the post game conference. Who's coming with me?"
Oh God, that was fucking hilarious. Oh my
Can
goodness.
I get an amen? I mean, what
Right.
was he wearing up there? Seriously, that was
Oh,
bad.
that was unbelievable.
It's like, how do I take you serious?
You don't.
I
And
can't. I
that's
can't keep. It's getting worse. Like, Cam, man, I don't know.
Russ, you can't take him serious. It's hard to take someone. Again, Russ. That's what I'm saying. Think that's why I'm like I said. I'm fed up with Cam because you can't even take him seriously anymore. You know what I'm saying? When I see him on the field trying to make plays and all that stuff, I know who he is. So it kind of, I guess it kind of like it just it puts up a barrier into me really seeing who he is as a quarterback, as a
Right.
player, because I'm always thinking, oh man, this guy's a clown. He's the one that dresses up and does this and that. You know what I mean? I don't. That's why I was telling you earlier, Russ, in yesterday's podcast. I want my quarterback to look like Dak Prescott, to look like Russell Wilson. You
Right.
know what I mean? Professional.
Right.
I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah. So
You see, and when you're losing, those
yeah, it's
things
it's
stand out, man. It just
yes,
happens.
it's so
Whether
much
it's right or wrong, it stands out.
like a sore thumb, Russ. I
Yeah.
mean, it's so overly magnified when you're losing. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But I mean, seriously, when you're winning and everything's fine, people will laugh about it and just kind of, forget about
That's
it.
Cam, man, but that boy can ball. People would
Right,
would overlook it. You know.
right. Right. Exactly. But
But
you
now it
can't.
starts to get it starts to get old now. You know.
Yeah. Thank you. Exactly. It's like, dude, come on. All right, man. You know what? We like. Okay, you like cross dressing. Fine. Okay. Understand.
Oh wow.
Can you please win some games? You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, just that's all I'm asking. Just win some games, bro. Just I don't know, man. I'm telling you, Russ. Our teams are respectively your Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings are. We should be. I mean, even though you know how I feel about Kirk, but at the end of the day, Kirk is a professional. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's a professional. He doesn't. He comes to work every day, but he does what he does and tries to work hard and all that stuff. I'll take that, Russ, over a guy who comes to work looking like you know RuPaul and playing like you know what I mean, and playing like an amateur. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'll take that any day. I'll take Kirk Cousins any day over that. So there you have it. You know what I mean? So
Um,
yeah, man.
yeah. There you have it, fans. Like we
Yep.
said, pluck them.
Yeah,
There's
you
some.
know what? You're
Yeah.
right. Pluck them. If we
There's gonna
ruffle
be
them
some
feathers, go
feathers.
ahead,
Yeah. There's gonna be some ruffled feathers off this one. Oh man.
go ahead and pluck them, baby. Pluck them. Oh God. All right, Russ, man. Look, let's you know, enjoy the game tomorrow and get back at it on Friday. All right.
Absolutely.
Fans, we love you. Just keep tuning in, man. We're gonna keep giving you good content every day, every time.
Always.
Yes, sir. Peace
And don't
out.
forget. Don't forget.
Mm.
Pluck them.
Peace out, man.
All right.